Hello everybody and a warm welcome back. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to another new aircraft into the hangar. Thanks to viewer donations from Kitster and Cindy. This was the aircraft I actually wanted. The Epic Victory that I featured in the last video, Aerobask just threw that in for free. So it's like, free aircraft? Well, of course, yeah, I'm going to take it. I did do a way better landing, because Cindy sometimes, with some of my landings, it's like, that scared me. That was scary. I did one flying into Tokyo, and it's like, I really hit hard. And it's like, even I was scared. It's like, I think I'm going to run off the end of the runway. It's like, how could I possibly float down a runway that far and still hit that hard? So we are in the Shark from Aerobask XL. This was a aircraft that Zara Rutherford. It's very similar. She may have done some modeling differences, like different GPS systems, etc. She was 19 years old and flew solo around the world in this aircraft. You can just imagine what all the politics and everything like that must have been. So here we are. I put on a custom livery because if it's going to be a shark, then it should look like a shark. Although I could have done an actual shark skin. There is one called the Mako. But I like the blue. So I went with this one. It is on the xplane.org forums. And where are we? We are in Medford, Oregon. Used to love this airport at Microsoft. I had a really good add-on for it. Freeware was awesome. So there you go. We have Auto Ortho running. We are on live time, live weather. Sim Heaven is in use, and we're going to check out another airport from Aussie. In NorCal, we're going to be going to Redwoods, California Redwoods Coast Airport. It's just north of Eureka, Murray. Like you could walk there, almost. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to double check over the flight plan, the altitudes, make sure everything. I'm going to do my run-up check for the magnetos and all that. And I will bring you back when we're on the runway as we fly. We'll be going up to 6,000 feet. I want you to smash that like, hit the share button, and of course consider subscribing as we take this aircraft on a shakedown flight. And let's see if I can land this any better than my first flight in the Epic Victory G1000. Don't hold your breath, folks. Thanks for flying along with me. And welcome back, everyone. We're going to do a midfield takeoff. I do not need this whole airfield. This thing can lift off at like 55 knots or so. Default airport, it looks fine to me. The backdrop is stunning. I mean, it's Oregon. We're a very sort of southern Oregon, if you will. Flight time is about an hour and 15 minutes with a competent pilot. So who knows how long it's going to take me. There is no SimBrief profile for this. There's none for the Epic Victory either. Gonna say it again. At least this one, maybe you can get away. I chose, I think it was a DA62 or something like that, as the profile. This is a bit more high performance, obviously, as far as like RPMs and everything like that, agility perhaps. But it was the best I could come up with. Maybe a Cirrus might have worked. Not really sure. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 1 But that's what I went with for fuel. Worst comes to worst, I'll just add more fuel in there. Here we go. We'll do flaps 1, what the heck. Just so you can see that it's got the flaps. And let's get inside. I do not have custom camera views for this. There's no need for it. In all fairness. Strobe lights, landing lights. This does not have taxi lights, just so you know. So don't go looking for them. This thing is going to get up in a hurry. Just like that. I didn't even feel it lift off. Interesting. Oh, I think this aircraft is one of those that inhibits you lifting the gear until you're like above a certain altitude, which is kind of interesting. This thing is flying just like. So what we are going to do, we're going to check out the system. So a kit, notice in a screenshot, there's the throttle. Do not touch this. This is not your parking brake. That is your emergency parachute. Fuel tank selector here. It's set up for flying right or left-handed. Obviously, your parking brake is here. Magneto's here. Starter is here. Aircraft, you know, make sure you have the AFIS auto engine start. Fuel pumps. Are we up enough? Let's see. Shift 4. It's almost like it doesn't register my keystrokes. I'm not really sure why. So. And that doesn't work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, do what? The autopilot on somehow? I would hope not. Autopilot. Autopilot, nav. Should be tracking GPS. There we go. We'll get the flaps up. I have a hotkey set for gears. Oh, there we go. It wanted to be like 1,000 feet up above AGL by the looks of it. There we go. We'll get back inside. So that is all set there now. I'm going to continue to climb at this. I will bring you back a little bit. This is how you control the prop. I usually have it around 4,000 when I finally get into cruise. I'm not a fan of the Skyview thing at all. Sorry. I'm just not. There's no way for me to put it otherwise. And we'll be making a left. The reason why I did not set up camera views, it's just as easy to do that. Very short wings. Really, really short. Auto ortho for the win. I am using Active Sky today, not Xenviro. Xenviro, at least the version I have, which is an experimental beta build, does not work with this aircraft. From here onwards would just be blank. all the sky and all that. I don't know. So I am using Active Sky. If you don't have the option of Active Sky, just use default live weather. You'll be perfectly fine. You'll be even better off if and when they ever fix the barrel bug. And we will climb based on this indicated airspeed. So it will adjust this based on this. I've told it maintain 96 knots. This does not have reversers. It does not have speed brakes. Anything like that. This is kind of handy. Tells you all your stuff. There you can see the things. Let's switch the tanks. It is an Aero. As you see, if you click this again, it's not going to flip back to right. It's going to flip to off. So don't do that. Outside. Too pretty. I will hand land it and all that stuff. So, wow, this is really pretty. And the aircraft looks awesome out here. It really does. Like I said, we're agenda free. I don't care if you buy this. I don't care if you buy or download anything I show you. That is completely up to you. I'm just here to show stuff for you and to you, and you make up your own mind. The computer specs are down below. If you want to know what computer I am using, it is custom. I built it myself. I built my own computers for over 25 years. So I did build it myself. Keep in mind, a lot of the stuff was also acquired during the you-know-what. So trying to find anything. The video card was a viewer donation that I received from a person in New York who does not want to be identified. They made sure it was basically impossible. As you can see, it is a little breezy and windy. Just by looking at the water, you can tell. Hopefully it's a little easier when we get to the coast. I'm not counting on that. Now, SimBrief gave me 6,000 for this flight. Don't touch that either. This is how you open and close the canopy. When the canopy is open, it will be like up here somewhere, and you click it and it will come down and close. If you have reflections on the inside and you really don't like them, I'm getting a warning, I think. This is how you disable the reflections on the canopy or the instruments. You can tell it to use night charts. It does have AviTab. You will need an AviTab. And as you can see, I'm using night views. It does have full Navigraph AviTab, close. AviTab, airports, that's what I want. KACV, isn't it? California Redwood, there we go. Then we can look at the charts. Well, we'll definitely take the 10.9. Doesn't mean I won't get lost. This, unfortunately, you've got to tell it. I don't know why anybody would want white background charts. I seriously don't. And the approach we are doing is the ILS 32. And we'll be coming down here, and then it basically goes down. We will have a procedure turn and then go back in. And of course you do your nav 1 is here, and this is your standby comm radio. You do need to hold the power switch for about 4 seconds for it to turn on. So don't think you can just like click it. I just clicked it right now. You notice it didn't turn off. I would have to hold it. And if you're ever flying and you've got the sounds up too loud, it simulates putting on a headset, which is really, really awesome. The Throttle Beaver has that as well. The other thing you can do with the aircraft, you can switch liveries on the fly even when you're in the air. We're getting over these at 6,000, but that's pretty close. So, looking for escape routes. At this altitude, we don't really have any, I guess over here. That's in case of loss of engine. We would go into here and then try and put it down in here somewhere. That's all habitable too. Might have a blank spot there. This is not the kind of area you want to have an engine failure. That's all I'm going to say. There is no way we're getting over that at 6,000 feet. If we do, the very tops of the trees will be cleaning my undercarriage. And probably taking out my pitot tube. Or two. Navigraph, what are you thinking? I'm not going to take the chance. I'd sooner just make it a little longer. Approach. What is the current altimeter? No. As you can see, I do have ortho running. Active sky. Now I can get rid of this. Current is 3028. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to go up to 8,000. Vertical speed. We'll go up about 500 feet a minute, give take, 4, 5. That is just way too close. Does this work? That I do not know. And in all honesty, I don't want to find out. If it does work, I mean, one, that's like uber cool. And two, it definitely helps a little bit with having to, you know, if you freaking like lose all power or something, it'll make it a little bit easier on you. But of course then, that could just mean you land fairly gently on somebody's roof. Like, you lose all control. It's like what you would use in last resort. Like someplace here, I see a bunch of fields and such. And by getting this little extra bit of height, I get a much better overview. So, as this thing is not a speed demon, I am going to continue to climb up to 10,000. There we go. I mean, you shouldn't be climbing at 120 anyway. And 3028 is still it. So, I will bring you back, folks, when we are, like, over on the coast. Sort of by Crescent City or something, California, which is right on the coast. Or is it Crescent City, Oregon? Like, a lot of this stuff is right on the Oregon, Northern California border. Currently, right now, we are in Seattle. Control airspace. So, I will bring you back. Right, let's go outside. I got a better idea. Let's do a flyby. Oh, God, it's gorgeous here. Ortho for the win. And this aircraft is flying beautifully. At least with that, we'll see how I land it. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the whole thing, folks. And I will see you when we're getting, closer to our destination of California Redwood Coast Airport in Eureka, Arcata, California. Glad to have you on board. And a warm welcome back, everyone. We are on the downwind. The airport is directly behind me. And of course, we have that procedure turn to do. We're at 5,700. I did climb up to 8,000, and I'm glad I did. I just was not feeling comfortable at 6. Could we have possibly gone through? I don't know, but when I was back out over here, I was really in a lot of clouds. It's like, I don't have true visual. And it's like, I'm going up to 8, 10. It's like, I just don't feel comfortable. And so I did. So 5,700, that is what we need to be at for VOMAC. And we're going to enter the hold, and then I'm going to activate the vectors to final. And our next altitude is 4,700 according to the charts. And we're entering into the teardrop now. There supposedly is a way to have the charts show up on here. I'm not going to mess with it, because I can just do this because I have like multiple screens. There you go. You can see 530 feet a minute at 100 knots should get us up pretty good to 3,200. So when I come out of the turn, I'm going to set 3,200 and start a slow descent at 500 feet per minute, maybe 550, and we will see how it goes. I'm going to slow down to 100 knots ahead of time, or maybe I'll do 600 and something and target 120. There we go. And now procedure, enter. And we should come out of the turn, and we are going to set okay. Indicated airspeed down 500 feet per minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Vertical speed. Pull some power back. Feels like I'm pivoting on a stick. But there we go. Around 120, that's fine. Start putting the prop back in more. And the airport is right by the go. I am on a go, like going the right way, right? Where's my charts again? Come here. Oh, yeah. So I do have that already set, GPS. We will be, I am going to set heading. Okay, so here goes nothing. The flaps extension speed and gear speed is really low on this aircraft. We will get you back in. And volume, I need to be at 3,200 feet, which I will be, which is perfectly fine. Outside, it's quite pretty. There we go. And up ahead is Arcata Eureka. It is breezy. We have got a 13 knot, little bit of a crosswind, but mostly primarily a headwind. It's kind of like this. One thing I don't like on here, you can't have a wind display. Well, you kind of 348. Crosswind of 3. That's not what the METAR says, but okay. I didn't notice that down there before. ILS1, which is what I want. LNAV, VNAV, it is alive. And 3,200 is what we want. And 3,700 at Sagu. So volume, I want to be at 3,200 and we should be at that fine. And then hopefully we pick up the glide. Again, we are in the Aerobask Shark, sort of ultralight aerobatic. All aircraft are aerobatic, let's be honest. And I've set the prop pitch to max, so it is cutting the most into the wind that it can. Probably put a bit more power in. Little slow. But like I said, you cannot put the flaps out and the gear till like 70. It's really, really like, it's slow. Like astonishingly slow speeds. And we should pick up the glide slope at our waypoint. And it's compensating for the wind, and now that we're getting out of the mountains, the winds are picking up more now that we're by the coast. On this aircraft, I think I'm going to get the gear out first. Outside. Worst comes to worst, I just disconnect everything and land it. Well, it's up to you, you know what I mean. It did not pick up the glide slope at all. Autopilot's on. LNAV and VNAV are active. I'm not sure what. Like, I don't like this thing. I have no idea if you're showing me a glide slope or not. So that's fine. Get me up a little bit. You know what? The heck with you. Goodbye, my aircraft. It's not even close to the airport. I did something wrong. I activated something at a point where I probably wasn't supposed to. That is not the aircraft. I've got this like massive sort of dead spot kind of thing in my yoke. I have tried dialing it out and it just does not want to work. continue to slow down. And what are my tanks like? Fullest is the right tank, so over we go. Fuel pump on. Put in some pitch to lose some speed. Minor adjustments in it. And power for altitude. I know, I put them out at a higher speed. I cannot land an aircraft at that speed. I'm sorry, I just can't. So this aircraft has a protection system. It will not allow you to put out the flaps until you're at the speed. This is my first full flight in this aircraft. I've done some stuff just sort of flying around with it, using heading hold mode and stuff like that. But this will be my first full flight and landing. Okay, there we go. That seems like a really low manifold pressure, but okay. There we go. Little adjustment to the rudder. It just really will not let me do it. Okay, let me get one in. Two. Oh God, I can't land this low. I mean, I'm not at walking speed, but I feel like I'm walking. Wasn't too hard a landing. Kind of sideways and squirrely, mind you, but yeah. Not the greatest. The airport should be better. Here's the thing with Aussie. He puts Easter eggs all over the place. like billboards and all kinds of stuff. Where do I want to go? Yeah, I tell you, this aircraft will take some getting used to. All I'm going to say. We'll go along Bravo and then back, and then we'll go up, take a look. I don't think it's going to have any real major night lighting, but we can take a look at it at night. I'll take that for my first landing in the aircraft and full flight. I'm sure I really don't like that sky thing. Like, just give me a normal 6-pack, for the love of Pete. You know, or give me, you know, a 1000. Like, that thing is like, I don't know. I don't like it. Probably get used to it. Read the manual a bit more in depth, but I felt confident enough to take it and be able to get it down. I just am never going to get used to landing at a speed I wouldn't even drive a car on a highway. Like, I'm like, that's it. It's like, if you can get flaps down and everything like that, why do you even need a parachute? You're basically just floating almost in midair. There we go. Where do we want to park? Oh, we'll go down here. Should be an FBO or something, I'm thinking. Beautiful area. Nice airport. I think I see a billboard. That's kind of a trademark of his. And lots of GA parking spots. That's cool. I don't have draw parked aircraft on. And there we go. So, parking brake on. We got to let the engine cool down and that a bit. So there we go. Now, let's go up and take a look at the airport, shall we? Huh. Well, I can't really blame him for getting a kitty cat in there. Yeah, I mean, this is the satellite imagery. There's not much you can do about that, really. It would look fine at altitude. Part of that, I think, is the auto-gen showing through of X-Plane. And all kinds of custom buildings down here. Nice. We will put some rain. Well, I'll try to get it to rain. Me and the weather engine in this, like, that's one thing I have to say. I did appreciate in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like with it, I could just say rain, and it would rain. That's it. None of this slow build-up stuff or anything like that. There we go. That's better. Little bit of ground clutter, but nothing special. Ozzy doesn't model, and his team don't model interiors. Perfectly fine with me. Give me the frame rates. What do we got here? And X-plane splash screen. There's always this kind of stuff. And then you'll find other little things in different places. And the kitty cat again. Yeah. Okay. Flight conditions. Customize. Thunderstorms. Standing water, I want max. That'll do. Precipitation severe. Done. Apply changes. Let's see what it does. Now, I don't expect pooling to start like in seconds. Obviously. It is concrete, so I'm not expecting it to glisten a ton. I would have to let it rain for hours, I think, to really get some good reflections and puddling working. I do see some lights, so let's take a look at night. There we go. And as to whether or not this airport has lead-in lights, it does. So I'm going to... Oh, I like that yellow lighting. I know there's a term for it. Like the kind of light bulb that's used. You've got runway incursion lighting as well. Oh, are the billboards double-sided? No. I thought they were for a second there. Yeah, I mean, could you land here at night? Yep. Does this airport have runway centerline lighting? No, but it may not in real life. Not every airport does. I'm not really sure how many night landings they would even get here, or if the airport's even really open at night. You would have this kind of lighting for emergencies, obviously. So, there we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I know, not the most professional and that, but I thought I would share it with you. And the sky cleared up. What the heck happened? Because they changed the time of day? That's not bright laminar. I hope you enjoyed it in my first look and full flight in the Aerobask Shark. It's a fun little aircraft. It's not really a criticism, it's just a personal preference. I wish it didn't have this. If anybody knows of a mod where I can just get this to be a G1000, you know, or X1000 as it's called, and put that in, and just use the autopilot buttons on, you know, in Flight Director and Procedure and all that on there, and just have this as a backup instrument. By the way, flight plan, you've got to use this. Same as in the Victory. You need to use the FMC on the center X1000. You cannot do it on the left one. Even though there's a flight plan and procedure button and all that, it says in the manual don't do it. So there you go. Make sure, like on the other plane, you've got another one of sort of these. Imagine Garmin 1000s. Another one here and another one here. You need to use this one in the center for the Victory. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe. Ring the notification bell so you get notified when my videos go live. And, of course, if you'd like to get the aircraft for yourself, I don't care if you do or don't. I'm just showing it to you. She's fun, but you're going to have to get used to landing at really slow speeds. It has safety features. It will not let you pull up the gear until you reach a certain airspeed and altitude. It will not let you put down the flaps until you're within a certain speed. So, yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm sure it's in the manual somewhere if I had read it. But if you'd like to, I will link you up with the xplane.org store page for this. You get the Victory for free, at least for the next, I don't know when it ends, but for now, you get both of them, which is a heck of a value. As to whether or not either one of these planes are to your liking, that I leave up to you. I've got no skin in the game, and this video was not sponsored in any way. Click show more. You'll find a link to my Discord, how you can help support the channel so we can keep getting more different things to show you and keep making videos for you. You'll also find a link to my Discord and my computer specs and where you can get the Avi tab and all that. Until the next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies, on the rails, and on the road. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you soon.